Come on, man.
All right, dog.
Yo, MoneyPot about to start.
I know, I'm coming, man.
Yeah, grab your notepad, man, for real.
All right, dog, fuck it, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, they be spitting shit, man.
True.
Yeah.
Nigga.
MoneyPot, money talk. All they do is talk facts. Bird gang. All they do is talk stats. 360 on the new view. Go run, tell the ad. 40-yard dash time. Moss Money Podcast time. S.Dot code headlines. MoneyPot.
He makes so much, then he makes so much, and he breaks it till out midfield. Goodbyes. God. Touchdown.
Money.
Yeah.
Money.
From the sky, it's money raining from the sky. Brent the locust.
And we are live. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. This is another episode of MoneyPot Podcast. I'm your host, the homie, Moss Money. Oh, damn, we going right into the Eagles thing already? Oh, let me file that back. Hold up. I am your host, Moss Money, and we are back for another episode of MoneyPot Podcast, episode 15, week 16, best props, predictions, and best bets. And of course, I got one of the homies here with me, man, Chris Farm, Renzo. What's up, boy?
What's up, my man? What's good?
What's good with you, man? I appreciate you coming on, taking, a little bit of time to make sure the show keeps popping, man. So I appreciate you right there real quick.
Of course. You already know.
Man, I got to fire my my producer back there, man. We ain't got the audio recording or nothing, man. What are you doing? Let me get this going real quick, man. How was your holiday, man, while I'm getting this right?
It was good, man. I kept it low key, man, just with, COVID and everything. So
Yeah.
I kept it to one house, but it was cool.
Good. Yeah.
How about yours?
Yeah, it was great. It was great, man. I can't complain, man. Everybody's blessed. Everybody's healthy. We got to be able to get together for a small little family get together, have some good food, man, and just watch the kids play and have a good time, man. We had a good time, man. And I hope everybody out there as well. I hope everybody there out there as well had a great holiday. If you did, man, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man, hit that notification bell. I'm gonna get a little graphic and all that stuff, so don't worry about that. That's your own comment, but make sure you hit all that good stuff, man. It really does help us out for us in the quote unquote YouTube algorithm and et cetera, et cetera. So make sure you smash that button, man, and let's get right into the plays, man. Let's get right into the locks. Let's get into what the people are looking for, man. We are using FanDuel as our sports book lines here, and I'm gonna get into the first game. So what we're gonna do a little bit different this week, since yesterday we didn't have a live show. So Chris, we're gonna go through all the games for the NFL week 16. If you have anything else, because obviously basketball is back, obviously college basketball is still going on, college football. There's a lot of sports going on. If you have any other insights or any plays or anything that you're looking at, feel free to throw that out there for the people of some games you're looking at. Like I'm looking at it now, like, and I'm the Sixers. It looked like the Sixers line jumped up a point. I was looking at the Sixers line, but let's go right into the NFL, man. First game of the week, man. Today at 1. In a little bit over an hour, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. That line is now minus 11.5. Total is 55.5. You got on this game, or just a pass?
Yeah. Nah. I mean, I'm gonna put a small play on the Bucks here,
Okay.
in a parlay.
Is that money line or you going straight there?
That's I'm teasing them down to 5.5.
Okay.
With the Raiders, obviously we'll get to the Raiders. I'm teasing them down 5.5 just to get them within, a touchdown. But nowadays 6 points, really, right?
Yeah.
So I mean the line keeps going up. It almost I started out leaning towards the Lions with the points
Mhm.
just because the Bucks start off slow. The Lions we know can put up at least 25 points, right? Pretty much against anybody they can give you that.
Yeah, that's true.
So you would imagine that the Lions can keep it close, but again, I started going back to the schedule. The Lions ended up losing by 21 to Titans last week. They got
Mm.
a couple 20-point losses
Yeah.
throughout the year to some good
Yeah.
teams, even though they're competitive during the game.
Right.
Ultimately, I was like, if I'm gonna do anything here, I'm gonna just go Bucks and maybe tease them down. So I would lean the Bucks. The line going up would just make me think take the 10 or 11. If you really want to bet, but I'm gonna put the Bucks in a parlay with the Raiders at -5.
Cool. 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 Yeah, and I'm looking at this. So I make sure I have my handy playoff kind of picture here. So I was Detroit has been eliminated from the playoffs, and this is one
Mhm,
thing that I typically do, especially when we get late. Who's playing, right, or who's
mhm,
evaluating talent at this point. And I think that obviously the Detroit coach is going to be coaching hard here because obviously he wants to show off that he can coach in this league. But I think this coach is out. I think the interim head coach is out on COVID, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that the quarterback coach is actually the head coach today, which is
mm,
which is kind of crazy. And then maybe that's why this line is starting to jump here late. It was at 10.5 for a long time, but now it's at 1.5. And Tampa Bay can clinch a playoff berth if they win.
mhm,
So the line is reflecting that, in my
mhm,
opinion.
mhm.
So and Stafford, even though he is the franchise and he is going to keep playing, um, I'm with you on this side. If anything, I would touch this game is I would be teasing the Bucks down. Might be
Right.
might be a good scenario here for our nice little 3-team 10-point teaser.
Mhm,
Throw the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in one leg of that. So I'll
mhm,
write that down and just have that as a side play. But
mhm.
um, yeah, I'm looking at Tampa. If anything, I'm teasing Tampa down. If
Yeah.
anything, game, because I don't know what I'm getting out of Detroit at this point. I mean,
Yep.
what's up, Sebastian? Man, I see you, man. Good, happy holidays to you and yours, man. Good that you was able to see family, man. Nice to see you, man. Of course, man. It's money time, man. You already know, bro. Um, and as always, you always hit that like button, but make sure you do. So next game we got San Fran and Arizona. Arizona's favorite minus 5.5. Total is 48.5. What you got for me this game, Chris?
Yeah, I like the Cardinals a lot here.
Hmm.
Um, I was a lot of money's on the 49ers right now. A
Is that
couple.
what you say?
Yeah, I seen it.
Is Kittle playing today?
Kittle is back today.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. I just don't think that one guy can make that much of a difference, especially with Nate Mullins being out.
Yeah, CJ
So,
is getting the start.
yeah, CJ. So the last time we seen CJ, he threw for 94 yards against the Dolphins. Obviously, really good defense. He still threw for 94 yards, like 50% completions. And then I get the game against the Eagles. He played. I think he threw for like 138, 0 touchdowns.
Hmm.
Right. So CJ's coming in. To your point, they're not a playoff team anymore. It is a divisional game, so you might think that it'd be competitive, but I just think the Cardinals got way more to play for right in this spot. So and they've been on a little heater, getting back in rhythm. I just don't see how the 49ers can score with them. And even though the Niners have a good defense, they give up a lot of points. So I think they're like bottom 10 in the league in like points. I think they give up like 27, 28 points a game.
Right, right.
So, I just don't know how they can score more than
Arizona can.
yeah, like how can they keep up? So I like the Cardinals. I'm gonna take that as a solo play, and I'm gonna lay the 5 points.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
like
I like that.
it. Would you consider that one of your best bets? Do we need to cue that music?
Yeah, that's one of my. I think that was my second quarter best bet.
Oh,
Yeah, I like the Cardinals.
yeah. Well, let me know because the money is coming, dog.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Farm on the Cardinals, and just to add to your handicap. Oh man, did that John? Well, I've seen it already, so I know what it is. Just to add to your handicap, the Cardinals are playing for a playoff spot here.
Mhm.
They win, they get a berth if them and Chicago loses. So they
Mhm.
need to win and Chicago lose, or they need to tie and a Chicago loss.
Mhm.
Um, and they're in. So I forget. Chicago has, I think, a game today that looks like that they should win. So this could come down to the last week, but we'll monitor that. This is where Mitch Trubisky pretty much fucks up
Right.
these spots. So I like to play the Cardinals straight. I might take a little piece of that too. I'm really see these games because it's any given Sunday. The problem is for me that the way these games work, um, there's going to be teams like there's certain teams that still play at
Mhm.
there because if they take on the mantra and the mentality of their head coach. And
Mhm.
I think that Kyle Shanahan is one of those type head coaches that will
Mhm.
play. Our stars are still playing. That's why Kittle's still playing in this game. He even came out and said himself, I can't look my guys in the eyes and have George Kittle sit just because he's the star player, right?
Mhm.
And everybody else has to play and suit up, here on Saturday. So I think they're going to come out and play. I think you're going to see a motivated San Fran team to finish the year strong. So I like the play though. Cardinals have more to fight for, and I don't think Kittle's going to give you, 110%. Kittle's going to be out there probably for a handful of games. So
Mhm.
I like to play. I actually like to play. I wasn't keen in on this game, but I will write this down as a potential play for me as well.
Yep.
All right, next game we got the Miami Dolphins and the L.A. Raiders. All Raiders.
Uh,
Oh, that line is dropped to the Raiders' favor. It was at 3. Now it's plus minus 2.5. Miami total is 49. What you got for me, bro?
I like the Raiders and the points here. Um,
Are you? But yeah, I'm assuming you're buying a point again because it dropped from. Well, this is FanDuel, so this is FanDuel Sportsbook. What I'm looking at, and I see it at 2.5. I'm not sure what you're saying it on your book.
yes, I'm on DraftKings. I see that too.
Oh, it dropped even more.
So it dropped even more. I'm tempted to take the Raiders money line
I was
here.
about to
It's
say,
just,
wouldn't it make sense to make the money line here?
yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna see how I got a couple college plays I'm gonna play, and depending on how the day goes, this is a late game. I might just parlay it into the Raiders money line.
Yeah.
It's just the most value I think, especially in the three NFL games today.
Mhm.
The line is moving in your direction, but ultimately you got the Dolphins traveling across the
There it is. Give the gems.
yeah, you getting across the country. Both teams have something to play for, right? To your point, John Gruden is still one of them coaches that still going to keep fighting and getting his team motivated. So it's a lot on the line for both teams. Raiders playing at home. They are a good football team. Obviously, they had a couple bad weeks there. Obviously, how they played against the Jets and the loss to the Falcons. But I just think for value, I'm a lean towards the Raiders being at home, late game, a lot on the line, Dolphins coming across country, and ultimately, I think they got the best quarterback on the field. So
Oh, this is a nice. It's a primetime game too.
yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I would lean the Raiders here. I may end up taking the money line, but if you take the points, just take them to 3.5. But you can also go money line if you feeling it.
Yeah. So for this game, for myself, my handicap on this game is that I, I think that the way the line's moving, where the money's coming, is reflecting on what you're saying. I just can't trust the hurt David Carr at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He had a poor groin, which seems that was pretty bad. I would go towards Miami, in my opinion. Steve, I see you. Don't worry, I got you, bro. Um, I'm waiting. I would follow up with Miami a little bit, leaning a little bit towards Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Only question is though that Mariota looked really good
Right.
with fresh legs.
Right.
We got S.Dot on the line here. S.Dot, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's
What's
going
going
on?
on?
What's going on? We just hitting that Saturday game here, Miami and the Raiders. Um,
And is Derek Carr starting?
he
They're
is.
supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah, he is starting. The only question is that I have is that are we going like his mobile like not he wasn't a mobile quarterback, but I mean just even in 5-step drop, right? You got to open up that groin a little bit to take those drops and then push off that front leg. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
some of that hip that all connects and ties in. So the question is, I mean, he didn't push the field down crazy a lot, but he's going to be a sitting duck there. And I think that Gordon. I think that Gruden is a throwback coach. He's going to stick with the guys. He's going to let them tough it out. But I don't know if that's the right choice here because Mariota looked really good last game. He looked really good in my opinion, and his mobility could help him against his defense.
Yeah, I mean, he actually did. The only thing is, with Gruden probably going to put Carr back in is because, I mean, they still lost with Mariota. So it's like, what do you do? Like, do you keep, because since Carr was winning early on, I mean, he fell off too. But I mean, I actually like Mariota, to be honest, but he
Yeah.
hasn't lived up to what he was supposed to be.
I mean, and how about this for the culture too?
Mhm.
Or at least for their culture, it's the first time two. Well, if Mariota was starting, it would have been the first time two Hawaiian quarterbacks would have faced off in the NFL, which would have been
Wow, him and Tua, right?
yeah. That would have been crazy. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm off this game for him. I don't have a good handicap on there, so
Mm-hmm.
um I don't mind the play, but
Mm.
if it's me, I actually think I would lean the other way. I think I
Okay.
would lean Miami here. I think Miami can. Miami's fighting too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's between the pretty much the three at the end of that 7 spot: Miami, Baltimore, and Vegas. So, and nobody want to play Baltimore. I'll tell you that out of that last spot. So, yeah, I would actually kind of lean Miami here. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Steve, you got any real quick before we move on to Sunday? You got any games on for the Bucks Lions game or the Cardinals and Niners game? I like to play with the Cardinals straight. Farm had gave us the Cardinals straight, so
The game and they're playing better.
so Steve,
Yeah,
you got
you got any college games? Somebody popped up with what college games y'all have?
yeah
Sebastian,
the
actually.
home Sebastian. Um, Let me bring that up. I was all over BYU when they had played last week. Trying to look who's on the slate today for college.
So I got a college pick.
There you go.
Foot basketball college pick.
Oh, I like Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, I do like Coastal though.
I like Coastal Carolina. I was looking at that play.
Yeah.
I would possibly tease them just to get them to win. I think they win the game. But I was looking at strength of schedule. Liberty's an independent, even though they had a good record. They had a big win over Virginia Tech about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I think Coastal Carolina beat BYU not too long ago. Probably what 2 to 3 weeks ago, and
Mm-hmm.
BYU was considered was a top 5 team at one point in the season. So I actually like Coastal Carolina. Sebastian, I don't know what your line is on that because your bookie gets kind of different lines than us. I see it at 7 right now, but I actually would really lean heavily to Coastal Carolina and possibly put them in the tees with say maybe if you want to do a Saturday early morning tease. Well, no, that's a 7:30 game. I would do the Cardinals and Coastal Carolina 2-team teaser
It's a good one.
right there. You just need those 2 teams to win, and that's probably minus 110 on the line there.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Farm. You said you had a college basketball play. Go ahead, put it out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So one of my best bets was a 2-team parlay. I like the over in the Illinois versus Indiana game.
Okay.
Illinois just gets up and down. I mean, I think they're averaging like 90 something points per game, and they're playing no defense. So they're averaging like 90 and giving up like 70 points a game. Indiana plays a little bit of defense, but they haven't played the competition of Illinois. So I don't necessarily think they can slow them up, and they still give up, 75, 80 points a game. So I see Illinois definitely cracking 80, and I see Indiana somewhere in the 70s. So the line's at 147. It was at 145 this morning, so it went up 2 points just in the past couple hours. I got the game something like 155, maybe even 160. So I like the over in the Illinois Indiana if you're looking for a play in college basketball.
Oh, I like it. I like it. And
Yeah.
and Steve-O, man, I know you typically don't do this early with NBA. Steve's more of our NBA guy, man. Do you see
Okay.
anything in NBA, whether it be a prop bet or anything in the NBA early here, that you would lean heavily to? I was looking at the Pacers. I thought that line was a little bit short against Chicago.
And what's this today?
Yeah, this is today. That's a night game. And I was actually looking at the Sixers.
Yeah, I like the Sixers minus 8.5 against the Knicks.
Yeah, that's what I was looking too.
Let me see what else is on.
I'm not sure how the Knicks are going to score because the Sixers are so much, bigger in terms of their
Not
front.
necessarily. I mean, they just play better. They actually got a little smaller. I mean, the Knicks not bad, but I mean, like yesterday, I missed out on a prop bet. I had a let me see, it was probably like a non-play prop bet. And I'm gonna tell you where I missed out on one. Luka didn't get he missed one rebound, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
One rebound. I had him at over 4.5. He only had 4 rebounds. So I had Anthony Davis over 1.5 threes. He made 2. He made 3 threes.
right.
Ant Davis over 22.5 points. LeBron over 18.5 points. Pope over 6.5. Harold over 9.5. Gasol over 1.5 points. Because he ain't score last game. And it's crazy because he only scored 2 points yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like Schroeder over 3.5 assists. LeBron over 5.5 rebounds. Harold over 5.5 rebounds. Luka over 21. Pope over 1.5 threes. And Gasol over 2 rebounds. Everything hit but the Luka over 4.5 rebounds.
What was that payout?
That
was like almost 40 to 1. It's got to be up.
Nah. So the I put 10 on it, right?
Okay.
The 10 would have got me back $850.
Oh wow, I was way off. That's 80 something to 1.
Yeah, so the 10 would have got me back.
That's a long shot.
Yeah. I mean, the shit was one off, man. I was like, dang, maybe I should have put Luka assist, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually like the same game parlays like with the basketball too. So it's something to look at. But I actually really didn't look at much on the NBA.
Okay.
Yeah. I usually like to look in the first couple games, unless you see it's a team that is just outmatched. Like you just gotta go for it.
Right.
Like yesterday, I would have it was Christmas, so I wasn't really paying attention too much. But the Nets was a lock for sure. I told my brother that actually.
Mm-hmm.
The Nets wasn't losing to Boston, and the Clippers was not losing to Denver again. Yeah. I mean, it's just the favorites won pretty much yesterday.
Yeah.
So
I took the Heat with the points,
mm-hmm.
the Nets with the points,
mm-hmm.
the Lakers with the points, and the Clippers in a part. I think it was like plus 900 or something. Like that.
Yeah. No,
but it was like you said, they were just.
You just gotta load up on the favorite.
Yeah, gotta load up.
And it's crazy too because as our listeners are listening, man, don't. It's not just football over here at MoneyPot, man. We get it in across all bets. So make sure y'all listen. For those who just joined on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure you hit that notification button and subscribe.
The Rockets, they down 6 players because of COVID, if I'm not mistaken. They playing
Portland
today. I would go Portland. But they minus 7.5 because right now all you got is James Harden. James Harden is not in the best shape right now.
And he's not motivated whatsoever.
Yeah, let me see who else is out.
There might be some prop bets on that too.
Yeah, so you got John Wall out, Eric Gordon, and Ben McLemore as of right now. So that's all I see right now. But
So it's Ben McLemore, KJ Martin, John Wall, Gordon, Mason Jones, and Cousins all out.
yeah, so you got two of their prized possessions over the free agency, John Wall, Cousins, and then Eric Gordon is the second best scorer, to be honest, especially from three. I mean, I would go Portland.
Portland. All right, yeah, Sebastian just asked for that. So Portland. All right. So yeah, I mean, we're working on getting a Steve-O, and maybe me and you talk offline. We're working on getting just a basketball show going too, with college and NBA. So I know that's kind of more your thing too.
Those player props for NBA, especially in the stars, I think are a little light right now.
Yeah, right.
What'd you say? I can't hear. I'm sorry.
I would say, and I think the player props for the NBA, especially the stars, are a little light, especially if you can catch anything at halftime. So yesterday I caught KD had 9 at halftime. His over-under was 21 for the game. So
and then you can, and even with the player props, you can put alternate points, rebounds. So you can play around with it. You don't have to pick what they give you. Like I think that's the best part about it.
Yep.
Sebastian's feeling it. If y'all check that out, a basketball show would be lit, man. We'll make it happen, Sebastian. Don't worry about that. We'll get it going. All right, let's go on to Sunday, and let's finish up Sunday football. And then if y'all still got some more basketball plays for us, man, make sure y'all go ahead and continue to give those plays out as well. So Sunday, wow, I'm on basketball. Where's football at? All right, here we go. Sunday, first game of the day. We got Atlanta Falcons and the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 10.5. Total is 53.5. I'll go with you, Steve-O, man. What you got for me, bro? On this, you got anything on this, or this a pass for you, bro?
I'm going to Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs with minus 11. I mean, we talking about Atlanta.
What we talking about, right?
Yeah, we talking about Atlanta. Like, why wouldn't I?
Right.
They give up big leads to everybody. What they was up 24 to the Bucks.
Yeah,
something like that last week, 17-24, and then they lost by like 6. Yeah, right. I'm going Chiefs all day.
I hear that. What you got? Anything for this one, Fawn?
Yeah, I got the Chiefs in a 3-team parlay.
The 10-point teaser?
Yeah, 10-point teaser. You got to have there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I got they're easy a leg in that. Right. I got them in the Bucks so far in my 3.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs in the straight up, and I got them in a 6-point teaser.
Yeah, right.
You like the Chiefs at the 11?
Yeah, against Atlanta, hell yeah.
Absolutely. It's in KC too, so we taking Atlanta Dome team
out of the Dome.
Out of the Dome, and it's going to be cold in KC. KC does have fans this year, so I think that number is about right. They could get aired out by 20 here, so I think that I like this side, but I'm actually going to do it a prop bet. I'm going all over Ridley here. Ridley shows up when Julio's out. And this is going to be a track match anyway. The total here is, I think, what did I say? The total was 53 or 56? 53.5. So I got plus 110 for Calvin Ridley to score, and I'm going on over on his passing yards on 83 yards in the game today. So I got a 2-team play, man. That's one of my plays today, is for him to score for a 2-team parlay. And that parlay plays out 2-1. Calvin Ridley over 83.5 yards and Calvin Ridley to score today. That's my play on this game.
Cool.
I like that.
Yeah, man. Next game. Farm, did I say anything? Did you say? Oh, you never mind. You said 10-point team. My fault. 3-point Tim teaser. All right, next game we got Chicago -7. I'm sorry, Chicago versus the Jags. The line here is -7. The total is 47.5. I'm going to pass on this game. I'm not sure what we're going to get from Mitch Trubisky here. The way he's been playing, this should be Chicago all day. And then David Montgomery's been running like a madman recently. But I don't have anything on this game particularly. I think there's some value on some other games. I wouldn't mind taking a bite over the rushing yards over for David Montgomery, but that would be the only play for me in this game. Farn, what you got for this?
Yes, I don't have. I'm not touching this game. Um, it's just like you said. Ultimately, I still don't trust Mitch Trubisky enough. The Jags, I know, laid the egg. They might be in that mode where they're just ready to go home at this point. They've been, they typically fight every week.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Do you get the early Jaguars team when they have you on the edge of your seat to the end of the game because they're fucking up your points, or do you get last week where they just lay an egg and they're just ready to go home? So I'm not sure. If I had to lean anyway, I would lean the Bears, especially if you could tease them down. But I'm not touching them. It's just it's too much value other places. But I would lean Bears if I had to go one way or another.
cool.
Yeah,
You know, you got anything for me?
yeah, that's a pass for me, man.
All right. Say no more, bro. Say no more. Hey. By the way, man, how was your holiday, man? Didn't even say Merry Christmas to you, bro.
Yeah, happy holiday, fellas. Everything was good. Long days, man. 2 long days.
Right.
Seriously, leading up Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, but it was
Facts.
worth it. We're all worth it.
Facts. All right, next game, man. I think we all agree this is a pass game unless somebody got some insight on this. But we got Cincy and Houston. Houston is -7. The total there is 46.5. Everybody agree this is a pass?
Yeah, I'm good on this one too.
How about you, Farm? You looking
I
at
mean, if anything, I will lean Houston.
Farm, your eyes are squinting like you got some play on this,
Yeah,
Joe.
I'm just thinking it. I mean, it's always value somewhere. I mean,
Right. Go ahead.
this has been my thing for Cincy the past few weeks. They
Okay.
just can't score. They just can't score the football, or they're not supposed to.
Shit, they showed us they can score against. We was all over them last game. You know what I mean?
Right,
And we got burnt bad. Because they not only did they not hit, they went over the team total that we had,
right.
we were like, but they won outright too against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but I think that's a anomaly more than reality. I think Pittsburgh they had 3 fumbles or something within their own 40 in the first half.
Yeah,
Right, and I think Cincinnati. I think the Steelers. They've been itching to have a game like that. I think all year. I think they were 10-0, but nobody really was afraid of them.
Mhm.
They don't run the ball. So I think the Steelers had got some things to work out, and it's just one of those nights where they came out excited and things were falling their way, and the Steelers probably started pressing and doing too much. I would imagine if I was in that film room on Monday, I'm sure once they started getting down, they probably started. Everyone's trying to be Superman, if that makes sense. So I don't take last week. You would have to show me again. Ultimately, I just don't think they should be able to score the ball. And Deshaun Watson is my guy, so I gotta think that they're gonna win that game. I don't know if I'm gonna touch it, but if I had to go one way or the other, I would go to Texas. I wouldn't be mad if somebody took the Texans and teased them down.
All right. Well, then we're gonna keep it moving, then, Farm. If you ain't touching it, we gonna keep this thing moving, buddy. All right, let's go. We have here's a big game because I think we said this last week. Cleveland hasn't been in the playoffs in 15 years almost. We have Cleveland and the Jets. Cleveland's favorite -9.5 total is 47.5. I think this was going to be my third leg of that 3-team teaser. It was going to be the Chiefs, the Bucks, and Cleveland was my play here. And look, Cleveland gets in and they're in the playoffs, right? The Jets got their win and not being part of NFL history and going 0-16. So I'm not saying that they're not going to come out here and play, but Cleveland needs the win to get into the playoffs, and they need either Baltimore or Miami to lose this week, which we already talked about, that Miami and that Raiders game already, where the Raiders line is starting to look more Raider-ish, I guess you can say. So Cleveland's going to win this game. I think they win this game by a lot. Baker's been playing really well the last game. If you look at the last 3 games, they beat Tennessee, They barely lost to Baltimore. Without Lamar being Lamar, they probably won that game. And I think who was it? They beat the Giants. I think the game before. In all three games, Baker looked like the number one pick in the draft and what people thought Baker Mayfield was going to look. So I see this as not being a cakewalk, but I really like Cleveland here in this game. So I'm all over Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm right behind you on that one. I actually got the Browns -9 straight up, and I also got them -3 on that 6-point teaser. I just think the Browns right now, they hitting their stride, man. They got a lot of confidence this year, even without Odell, which is kind of crazy.
They're so much better without him.
Sure.
I don't think they're better without him.
It's showing.
Yeah, I don't think they're better without him because he just opens it up so much more for a lot of the guys. But it's just that running attack, man. They got two top tier running backs, bro, that'll wear a defense out fourth quarter. They can control the game. It's just the Browns for me, bro. Like I said, I'm taking them -9 and -3 on the 6-point teaser.
Solid. I like the 6-point teaser. I think -9 even. Some people got it -10. I think that is a little bit high. It should be a classic letdown spot here for the Jets. They're coming off a big win. They just beat Pitts. No, who they beat? Was it Pittsburgh? No, that was Cincy. Who did the Jets?
The Rams. They beat the Rams.
Yeah, they beat. Yeah, they went to LA. They beat the Rams, coming back with a little bit of confidence, feeling good about themselves. But it is a spot where it favors Cleveland. Classic letdown spot here for the Jets. The Jets need to be in the one or two top two picks, right?
And I think the Jets kind of bit off more they could chew last week because now they feeling like damn they out of the hunt for Lawrence because they not gonna get that top pick.
Yeah. So
they wanted to win. They in a spot where they want to win, but they want to lose too.
Right. So I'm on. I like your the one play when you have them teased down. Obviously, you're getting the better of the side of the number there. Farm, you got anything on this game?
Yeah, I like the Browns too. I like them with the points. So I would just tease it down to 9 or 9.5, and go. So I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you guys.
Right, well, then that's an agreement. Man, we got to hear the music on that. Hey, there we go. All right, we'll put that to the side, and I'll find another leg for a 2-team teaser on that. On Cleveland. All right, next game. And shout out, we got a new subscriber, man, Latavia Thomas, man. Shout out to Latavia for jumping on and giving us a follow, man. Appreciate that.
My partner in crime. Shout out to her.
Oh, nice. We need some more ladies on here, man. Ladies be talking sports, man. They're like women doing some big things in sports nowadays. So I would really want a little bit more female followership. So that's love. All right, we got another game here. We got the Colts and Pittsburgh. Big game here. Playoff S game. The Colts are favorite -1. Total here is 43.5, man. All right, Farm, I'm going to go to you over here, man. What you got on this game, bro?
This is a tough game. It could go either way. They're playing in Pittsburgh, right?
They're in Pittsburgh. You think so? The way Pittsburgh's been playing?
Yeah, I mean, I think for what happened last week, for the fact that they got embarrassed, right? You know that their attention to detail and preparation all week is going to be there, especially for a coach like Mike Tomlin. So I would expect that they come out and their execution and their game plan, their attention to detail just as a team will be there, right? Okay. Just because of what happened last week. They were on a 3-game losing streak.
Right.
On top of that, on top of being embarrassed by the Bengals. So I just think that they come out motivated to play here. So if I had to go one way or the other, I would try to just tease the Steelers up to 3.5. I'd probably ultimately stay away from the game because I think it go either way. But if anything, I would lean Steelers just for the fact they're on a three-game losing streak. They just got embarrassed by the Bengals. I think their attention to detail be there. They're playing home. They need the game, and the Colts, for the most part, I think play tight games too. You look at what they just played against the Texans a couple times. So I don't think that the Colts blow them out anyway. So if I lean anywhere, I would take the Steelers at the points.
Ooh. What you got for me, Steve?
That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's definitely a tough game, and they got the Colts -1, so it's pretty much a pick. Yeah, that's one tough because, like you said, the Steelers is what they lost 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they lost 3 in a row, and that typically doesn't happen much.
Yeah, and like you said last week, they just got embarrassed, man. I don't think they get embarrassed again. However, all right, good job. However, I think I'll lean more towards the Colts. I just like the way the Colts play as a team.
We got a head-to-head.
Yeah,
Tell little homie I said, what's up, man?
will do, man. I'm about to send him back up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a it's somewhat of a family show, bro. You know it's all love. Yeah, I feel you here, Steve-O. I'm gonna actually lean a little bit to the Colts a little bit. Playoff implications all over this thing here. Pittsburgh can. You got to think that Cleveland's gonna beat the Jets, so Pittsburgh can win and clinch the AFC North division title here. But if they lose and Indy wins, Indy can clinch a playoff berth as well. So I'm thinking that I would lean here to Indy. I think Indy has been playing better of the two. I think Pittsburgh's still trying to figure out, and I think that it was a distraction for Juju. They're trying to make it a distraction. He's been doing it for a while, dancing on people's logos and stuff, and that's just what he does. That's that's part of his generation and what they do with the TikToks and all that stuff, and they have fun with it. But I think it did cause a distraction because he's not playing up to the level he should have been. And I think there was a stat out that he hasn't had 100 yards receiving yet since AB's left, right?
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be the guy. This offense is very stagnant without a big run game. James Conner hasn't been the guy. Snell is definitely not the guy. I'm not hype on Snell after that kind of show-off game he had. I would actually look if I could see, did they have Snell rushing yards on here? Oh, they're lucky they don't, because that would be a good prop bet under for Snell on his rushing yards. Because he ain't it. I'll tell you that right now. He's not it. I would lean to the better team here. And go with the Colts.
Snell, though. That's the thing, man. I like Snell.
Kentucky, right? Was he Kentucky or Memphis? One of those.
Memphis.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing about Pittsburgh, it threw me off last week, man. They definitely wasn't rushing the ball that much, and I think they could have against Cincinnati. Like at one point, I looked, bro. I had a same team parlay on that one.
Yeah.
I had been over his passing, man. This guy had 17 passing yards in like the second quarter, bro.
Yo, man, that's what I'm saying. Like I agree with Farmhand, and if y'all just join, man, make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Shout out for everybody going on here. I don't know, man. I did they lose their what made Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's tough defense, tough place to play, and they run the ball down your throats. They just can't do that now.
Yeah, I think they defense took a good hit too, man. They lost some quality linebackers over there, bro. They lost.
We got a question: how can I bet Liberty versus Costa? And then B.Diddy was out here.
Kentucky. He went to Kentucky.
All right, I knew it was a Kentucky or Memphis.
Yeah.
Georgia State -3 by a point. B.Diddy still on here giving out locks, man. Like you. Oh, he likes Liberty. You don't like Coastal Carolina? I gave out a 2-team teaser on Coastal Carolina. You like Liberty out there? B.Diddy holding down the chat, man. Hold down the chat. You know what I mean? There you go, B.Diddy. He got you. All right, let's keep it moving while B.Diddy's on the chat, man. Next game here. We got, it's a big game actually. We have the Giants versus Baltimore. Baltimore is favored by 9.5. Total is 44.5. I'll go first on this game. So obviously the Giants right now is it's a tough game, man, because the Giants need this in a big way. They need to win this game, and so do Baltimore. And Daniel Jones is coming back, which I'm not sure. He's better than Colt McCoy, but I'm not sure how much better, because since he's been back, they're saying he's moving a little bit better in practice. That I'm not sure how much better that is. That Baltimore defense is ball hawking of some of the old Baltimore defenses, and obviously we know who Lamar Jackson is on the other side, going against a stout run team, and I think Bradbury should be back, which is going to force Lamar to go to his second and third options, which could be, kind of, you know, this is a tough one because you got Martinez on there in the linebacking core that can cover Andrews a little bit here, man. I think I like the under here. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to circle this game and kind of come back here. What you guys got, man? And I got to look to the chat. Did you answer? I need the bet points. I like Coastal Carolina in that game. That's me. But
I think they were asking how to bet. How can he bet it? If I'm not mistaken.
He said, "Did you answer?" I need the bet points. So his question was, let's go back real quick. How can I bet Liberty versus Coastal? Did you answer? I need the bet points. So pretty much, it doesn't say who you are on Facebook right now, but when you say how can I bet, you usually need to go to like a sports book. One of the most popular ones right now are DraftKings and FanDuel. You'll just download that app on your phone, and if you're in a state right now that allows sports betting, which is mostly it's about half of them right now, then you should be able to put a bet in. Usually you would go to the casino and hit the ticket window, but you put in the bet. You probably can't see. I could probably put up a screen, but you pretty much go to the website or whatever. You log in, you put your banking information in, you add money to your account, and then you pretty much pick a play, and then a little screen will pop up how much money you want to make a bet, whether it be 25, 10, 1500, or so forth. And then when you move the points, if you want to buy points, then you're going to see your odds decrease, because then your odds in the juice will go up a little bit versus what your payout is. So if you buy a point, usually a point is about $1.20, which is a minus 120. So that means you're betting $120 to win 100. So if you need like a little demonstration or something, just let me know. But go ahead and keep asking questions in the chat.
And just to share with everybody, FanDuel right now, they got a little spread the love bet for Buffalo. They got Buffalo plus 55 right now. I mean, the max you can put on it is 50. You want a little 45 just to bet, towards tomorrow or whatever. But that's a easy cover. They're giving away $45. So
yeah, that's a good play there.
Yeah.
So Baltimore and the Giants. Farm, what you got for me on this game?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm leaning the under here. I think it's screaming to the under. I think the Giants just struggle to score in general, even when Daniel Jones was healthy throughout the season. He's coming back. You don't know what you're going to get. The Ravens got a good defense. So I'm not sure how much the Giants can score. I can look at their team total over, but I can't see them getting over 20 points, 21 maybe. But I could easily see them scoring like 17 or some number like that. On the flip side,
16.
Their points are 17.4.
7, right? And the team total over right now is 16.5.
On FanDuel, it's 16.5.
Right. So that's right. So that's right there. So I put them right at 17, something like that. And their defense, we know, obviously is good. Their last 3 weeks, they're only giving up 21 points a game, and that's against pretty good teams. You're talking the Browns, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals. They're only giving up 21 points. So I think their defense will be there. They got a top 10 rushing defense. so they can match power for power there. They got a top 5 passing defense. So if the Ravens have to start throwing the football, I think it can get ugly for them. So I like the under, man. I can see the
Yeah, I
game
like the under too here.
24-17, 21, 20-17, some number like that for sure. So I like the under all day. I would probably go solo play there. And if I had to take anything on the points, I would just take the Giants points. Take the Giants in at 10. I think the game's 20-14, 20-13, a number like that. So I like the under. And if I lean anywhere on the points, I would take the Giants.
Yeah, S.Dot, you got anything on this game, bro?
Yeah, I actually got the Ravens on one of the is one of my plays on the parlay as well, which brings them down to -4.5.
Oh, okay. I see what you did.
Yeah,
You got a Poppy storage on, or you went on sports book?
I did on FanDuel.
Oh, okay. And you brought 5 points.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like a six point teaser.
Oh, on your teaser.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got them on a 6-point teaser.
Okay. So you must have them at 10. I see it at 9.5.
I got them at 10.5, and then break it down to 6.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. All right. Next game we got Carolina and Washington. Washington's only favored by a point. Total here is 41.5. It's funny because in the beginning of the year I had a future bet for Washington to win the division, and now I have I think Haskins is going to play. I don't think Smith is going to be ready. And if Haskins plays, I like Carolina to win outright. The money line is reflecting that. The money line is -106. So I actually like Carolina to win outright. I think Matt Rule as a head coach is going to have these guys still playing hard, still finishing the season like we talked about earlier in the show. I think that Haskins being a team captain out there, and obviously he was having some fun in his personal life, and unfortunately it got put out there. I think that is a distraction. It was a bad decision for him to do that. At this point, you're fighting for a playoff spot. You're fighting to win the division. So it was obviously not
a decision, man. He just had to wear a mask. That's all.
It obviously wasn't the best decision. He got caught up in it, and now I think Logan Thomas had came out and said that if he goes out and wins the game, then it'll be water under the bridge. And I think Logan Thomas just tipped the hat that Haskins going to start the game. That hasn't been reported yet who's going to start yet. So I think that calf injury to Alex Smith is worse than we think. And I'm going with Carolina here, man. Carolina's one of my lock plays, man. I think Carolina wins this game outright. Farm, what you got for me, bro?
Yeah, I'm not touching this game. So it's tough. If I had to lean anyway, I can't trust Dwayne Haskins. So
right,
I would go Carolina there before there, or I might take a look at the under, just because we know the Redskins play great defense.
Yeah.
And if Haskins is playing, we know he can't score the ball more. He can't score more than 20 points, if that. Now he might throw a couple picks, so that might mess that up. So because of that, I'll probably just chill in this game. But I would lean Carolina like you though.
Steve-O, you got anything, or is this a pass for you, bro?
Yeah, it's a pass. I'm good on this game.
All right, cool. Next game, and I think this might be a pass for everybody as well. We got the Denver and the Chargers. Chargers are -3. Total here is 48.5. Anybody got anything on this game?
No.
Pass the mic. All right, let's go. Big game right here, man. Huge game here. We got the Rams in Seattle. Seattle -1. Total here is 47.5. Steve-O, man, what you got for me? You going with your boy Russ? What's up?
You already know, man. I'm going with Russ. You already know where I'm going.
That's right.
And it's going to be funny because you got. I'm looking at the DK Metcalf matchup with Ramsey,
right?
Because Ramsey came out this week and was talking. He said, this is what they brought me here for, to stick players like this.
Right.
So that's going to be a good matchup.
That's going to be a hell of a matchup.
But what also is going to happen is it'll open it up more for everybody else as well. Because even if you got Ramsey sticking DK all day, then you got
Lockett.
Yep, Lockett which is the speed guy. Who's going to be sticking him? So it's going to be interesting. But I'm going with my boy Russ, man. The Rams, they let everybody down last week. I can't go for them. They was the one team on one of my plays that hurt me, bro. So they got to go.
Wow. All right, Farm, what you got?
I got the Seahawks, man.
Yeah.
Seahawks, man. Brent, I tell you, I've never been a fan of the Rams all year. I thought they were a little overhyped. I think they beat up on the NFC East at the beginning of the season. I think their first 4 or 5 wins were all against the NFC East before any team in the NFC East started to get their footing. I think
we never got any footing in the NFC East.
Right. I mean, when the Giants started playing a little bit, the Redskins started playing a little bit.
Right.
But they got a pretty easy schedule. I mean, their wins they got a solid win against the Cardinals a couple weeks back, and they beat the Bucs by 3. Their other wins are the Patriots and the NFC East. That's their wins, and their losses are, a couple bad losses against good teams. I mean, they were getting blown out by the Bills earlier this season. They ended up losing to the Dolphins by 11. They lost to the Niners. They shouldn't lose that game. They just lost to the Jets. I just don't trust the Rams. I don't trust Jared Goff. I think everything needs to be working in his favor. He needs to be ahead, and the run game needs to be working for him to do anything. Any sort of distress, I just don't think he's that good of a quarterback. Or I think he's an average quarterback. I don't want to say sure, I just think he's average. So I like Russell Wilson way over Jared Goff. And, they're playing in Seattle. They need to win. Give me Russell Wilson here. So I like the Seahawks.
And
I wouldn't put them on a bunch of tickets because it could go the other way, but a solo play, I like the Seahawks a lot here.
And my thought on this. Let's go, man. I'm with y'all boys. I like Seattle here a lot. I looked at this first game. In this game, there was no touchdowns and 2 picks between both quarterbacks. And I agree with you. It was very telling at the end of the Rams game last game. I believe they started to run the ball when they were down. Shows that they distrust that Goff can win them the big game. Now, they might have to, put up a shut up here and trust in Goff. But I think Tyler Higbee might be out for this game, which I think is a huge blow to that offense. Even though they got some other players there, I still think it's a huge blow to that offense. Seattle's defense has actually been kind of coming on lately strong here down the stretch. I'm with you boys. I like Seattle in this game here. And it doesn't hurt that I have a future on Seattle winning the division as well. So this is a huge game. I'm just backing up my play and just some playoff implementation here. If Seattle wins, they win the division. So this is a huge game for Seattle in Seattle. I'm with you boys. I like Seattle here. Yeah, Carson is back, and so is Hyde.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, so they are back as well.
But by the way, quick live update. On DraftKings, the Bucs line is now -12.
Yeah, I see that. 12.
Happened, but that's crazy.
It's 12.5 right now. Yeah, I got to put that play in next. But just because, man, we haven't played this music in a long time, but just because it's Dallas week, man, I got to. Let me see here. B.Diddy be mad at me right now. Like, what the fuck we playing this shit for? All right, I won't give the whole. Nah, we're gonna give them the whole thing because I gotta put that bet in before that shit go up even more. I don't want that -3. That 10-team player. Let me see here. Yeah. Been a while since we heard that, John. All right, man. It's Dallas week. It's probably the quietest Dallas week I've maybe even been a part of in a long, long time. But this is a huge game. Huge game. This is probably a playoff game. Obviously, we know what's going on between the quarterback situation here in Philly. Steve, man, I'll let you go off on it, man. What you got for me on this game, bro?
I just want us to keep losing, bro. You already know how I feel. I want the draft pick. I mean, I don't. Does this change our draft pick? I don't think so. I think we kind of locked in at 7 or 8. But
Right.
just keep looking. Matter of fact, no, F that, man. It's Dallas, man. Win. We gonna win. We gonna win.
That's what I like to hear, brother. Don't
Don't
tell us to lose to Dallas. We can lose it.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm not conceding the Dallas, man. It's us -3. I take the -3, man. Let's go kick their ass, bro.
There you go. That's what I like to hear, man. I think your son needed to wake you up. Like, fuck out of here, Dad. Farn, what you got for me, man?
The Eagles got my heart again, man. Got my heart, man.
This is what they do to you?
Yeah, man. I'm back that little kid, man. When we lost to the Rams, and whenever that was, man, I shed a tear when we lost to the Rams that game, that first NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Man, so they got my heart, man. I'm excited, man. So I like the Eagles a lot. I like the Eagles a lot here, man. I think there's just a better team with better quarterback play. You know, a little bit more energy behind them, belief in them, better defense, way better defense. All right, I just like the Eagles.
B.Diddy talking shit already, man.
Yeah,
B.Diddy talking shit. You know he in the screen just cracking up. You can just see him just cracking up.
Yeah, you know he like he don't really care for Hurts that much, man. I got a lot of love for Hurts too, man. They'd already know we didn't have them battles, man.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that. We could do a show just talking about Hurts, man. Hurts, Wentz. I'm a Hurts guy, man.
Bet.
Person to play.
Yeah, so I put out in the chat, and I think Farm you might have saw, but you might have not have responded. It's for me, it's a hedge of the bet, right? Because I had Washington already winning the division, and I think I got Washington back when they were like +3 something, +4 something. So I hedged the bet, and I bet Steve-O the Eagles to win the division. And I just think it's a storybook being written right in front of our eyes here. Hurts comes in, he ignites the offense, and then they go on this nice little run, and they kind of. I actually think the Eagles are going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to sweep the last 2 games. I think that they're going to beat Dallas here. The way that he is trusting Doug and trusting the offense is really rallying behind him. I don't think I can't remember the last time I seen Alshon Jeffrey smile and jump and give high fives. You know what I mean, on the field. And he's been hurt a lot, but even when he wasn't, you know, when Wentz was out there, he just wasn't doing that type of excitement. D-Jack is all of a sudden coming back for some odd reason, right?
Keep his ass out.
Yeah, if Wentz wasn't playing, I guarantee you D-Jack would have been shut down for the year. But now D-Jack is coming out and playing. Miles Sanders, you haven't heard Miles Sanders this vocal before until Hurts. They are rallying behind Jalen Hurts. And when they're rallying, they want to play for Jalen Hurts. They're you know what I mean, and his swag and how he brings what he brings to the table. It's whatever it is, it's starting to connect on the Eagles' offensive side of the ball. Right? Mm-hmm. And I think that you're going to see that in this game. You're going to see the Eagles show off in this game. Dallas is, you know, it's still a division game, so it should be tough. But there's nothing on Dallas at this point that is really, you know, scary for me. You know, we used to be scared of their offensive weapons and their receivers, but I have trust that Slay can shut down Cooper. So.
And then who else though? Who we got sticking?
Lamb?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where Mills is. Is Mills still going to be?
Mills is at safety. He's been at safety.
Yeah.
So you got I think Jaquette is playing. It looked like they kind of like him a lot though, which is kind of
man. And I agree with you. It's funny though because I agree with you both at the same time. The fan in me is being sucked back in.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. But Steve, I'm with you. I don't want this team to go to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I don't want to see this team in the playoffs. I want the top 10 pick. Absolutely. You know what I mean? If you ask me to choose, I want the find a way to lose the game, Doug. You know what I mean?
No, seriously, I agree.
But at the same time, when I'm looking at it as a better and a capper, I don't know how you can bet Dallas here. Like that's what I'm trying to find. The way this offensive play, I mean, think about it. Everything they're doing right now is somewhat working. First of all, Jalen looks okay in the pocket. They're moving him out the pocket. Shit, they ran a screen last game. When the fuck we seen them running screens? You know what I'm saying? And the offense is responding, right? They're picking up speed every game. They're picking up speed fast. Yo, it really wouldn't surprise me if they air Dallas the fuck out. Like that's where my head is on for this game. It really wouldn't surprise me.
I think Dallas is going to come to play too, though.
Yeah, I mean, the division's on the
line. They actually surprised me last week against San Fran a little bit. I mean, their defense came out to play. They started off with a turnover. So it's going to be interesting, man. I like you said, find a way to lose, but then again, the fan in you don't never want to lose to Dallas.
Right.
I think that's a good point too. I think Dallas has they've been opportunistic, right? They've been getting a lot of turnovers and special teams play the past few weeks that they've turned into touchdowns that I think allowed them to like win games like the 49ers or even just be competitive games and put up a lot of points. I think if you can play a clean game, Jalen Hurts to me has shown that he could be good with the football, right? If we don't just turn the ball over or give them opportunities to score, I don't see how the Cowboys score the football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this, like I think you're going to see the Eagles really kind of put the gas down in this game, and the fact that there's reports that Doug was reminding people, regardless, because Doug has obviously been in the city before. Not only is he coach, he was obviously a player. He knows the tradition here. It doesn't matter if we're 0-14. It's Dallas week. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That in itself is something completely different. You know what I mean? So I agree with you boys as well. And part of me agrees with you, Steve. But Farm, I actually like the play. I think you see the Eagles really come out and really play hard here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next game, man. We got 2 more games left. Before I go, man, if y'all still on with us, man, thank you for hanging on. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that notification, that subscribe button. Shout out to B.Diddy holding down the chat as well. Y'all guys got any other college plays? Anything you're looking at? Any college football players? Any college basketball game before we hit the last 2 games on the NFL slate?
I like Virginia here with the points over Gonzaga. I know it's Gonzaga, but I think Virginia is just probably one of the best coached teams in basketball. They were ranked a lot higher this year. I just like Virginia with the points here, especially if you could tease it to like +10 or something like that. I think they could keep it close.
Well, B.Diddy said, "Hell, fucking no."
I
love
Zach too. I like Zach too.
You know what I mean? Well, then you can't say then go with Virginia Farm.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you got to remove emotion, right? I try to remove emotion when I make a bet. I just think Virginia can keep it close. I think it'd be they're a well coached team. It's a big game. I just think it'd be a close game. And Gonzaga has they've been having a couple cupcakes the last couple games. They play Iowa tough, right? I think they won by they only won by 10 or 11 to Iowa. Iowa's a good team.
They just lost yesterday too, overtime.
Yeah, Iowa. Right. So look, I think it could be a 10-point game. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't say take the win, but I think it could be a 10-point game. The line's at 7.5. Tease a couple points and see what happens.
I hear that. Cupcake.
We are on the other side.
We got to get that basketball show together, y'all, because y'all definitely can go at it with the basketball side. So we'll definitely get that shit going. All right, let's keep this thing moving here, man. All right, where my game? All right, big game here, man. Could be possibly a Super Bowl preview. And I said possible. But we got Tennessee and Green Bay. Green Bay is -3. Biggest total of the week. We got total is 55.5. Steve-O, what you got for me, bro? Anything on this game?
Yeah. Excuse me. I actually got Tennessee +9 on my 6 point teaser.
Oh, okay. I like it. Teasing.
Yeah, I went that way. I mean, I think this is they in Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers don't lose that much or throw interceptions at Lambeau.
He does not.
However, I think Tennessee they're a solid team on both sides of the ball, man. AJ Brown is looking like a stud for sure. And you already know who in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
They can definitely move up and down the field on Green Bay. I mean, and then Aaron Rodgers, like I said, but I'm gonna take them with I like the 9 because it gives them, a touchdown. I don't think Green Bay is a touchdown better than the Titans.
I like the play. I like the handicap. Farm, anything on this game?
Yeah, I agree, man. I think the play here is to tease the Titans. I just don't. I agree with everything Steve said. The Packers just aren't a touchdown better than the Titans. So I have the Titans in a couple 5 point teasers to get them to 8. Just because I think 8 is the new 7, and we guys go for 2 and miss extra points. So yeah, I like the Titans in the points here, especially if we get them over a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't have anything on this play. I would probably lean to the total, if anything, but I don't have anything on this play either. But I like the handicap, and I like the bet. All right, last play, Sunday Night Football, man. We got the Bills and the Patriots. The Bills are -7. Total is 46.5. Anybody got anything on this thing?
I don't have anything on it yet. But I'll take the Bills and just lay the 7 or tease it down to 6.
Yeah.
I don't see why this line isn't like 10 or 11 or something like that. Just with everything the Patriots shown and everything the Bills shown. I think the Bills just hitting their stride. I think Josh Allen is a top tier quarterback this year. And they're just on their stride, and the Patriots they're not in the playoffs anymore. Cam has struggled all year. I just see this being a blowout. I think the 7 is a gift.
Look like my battery died on me, Shorty.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
I'll switch it up real quick to the John right here, the camera. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel you on that play. I actually like the Bills with this play too. I mean, the Patriots haven't shown us anything. Cam, excuse me, sorry about that. Cam is, I don't know, man. I like Cam, man. I like Cam a lot, but he might have to get out of that offense, bro. They don't have no weapons around him for real.
Cam might be washed, bro. I hate to say it because I really like Cam.
I don't think he's washed. I think he's got to go to the right fit, bro. I mean, he went to the Patriots. He don't have no weapons, bro. It's bad. It's bad. James White is your pretty much your biggest weapon for real.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
That -7, man. The Bills they've been smacking up on people, man. I'm taking the Bills, bro.
And the crazy thing here with the Bills too is that we talked about this again in really early in the show, the mentality of the coach, right? And McDermott is one of those coaches that is going to play Josh Allen almost up to the probably if they're winning by 3 scores, Josh Allen's going to be in the game until probably midway in the 4th. You know what I mean? He did it. He did it a couple of years ago where he played his starters almost up to the end, and he's just one of those coaches that is just like that. He's one of those kind of old school coaches that do that. So I like the play. I would probably even tease it. Just get the Bills to win. I'm liking a lot of teasers here. You guys weren't on my Carolina play, but if Haskins plays, I'm pretty sure you guys would jump on. So before we go here, Sebastian, just to recap here, man, what we have for the day. Basketball games, we like the over and the Indy and the Illinois game. Shout out to Forum for that. I agree with Steve here for there's one basketball play with the Sixers straight up, -8.5. And then I like Coastal Carolina, but I think we had a head to head with B.Diddy on. I think he said Liberty. So B.Diddy, if you can clear that up for me about Liberty versus Coastal Carolina, we can give that to Sebastian. So that was Sunday's games, also in Arizona, and that line looks like it shifted up -6. So today's game, we all agreed that Arizona was the play of all the three games. We would side with Arizona, and then we would put the Bucks in a 3-team 10-point teaser, and we have the Bucks, Cleveland, and the Chiefs all in a 3-team 10-point teaser. So that was one play we gave. Even though Steve's not in agreement, and it seems like B Diddy might not be in agreement, but I think we like the Eagles. Yeah, we do like Portland too as well. Portland against the Rockets. We like Portland straight for today. But Sunday for tomorrow, we were on straight plays. We were on the Eagles. And then I know Steve was on the Chiefs straight up. And I think we had some oh yeah, in Seattle. We were all in Seattle. Was the play. So out of all those plays, I think straight plays. I think Seattle was the only consensus pick out of all three. But Seattle and the Eagles, actually. Seattle and the Eagles was the only consensus straight plays where we were putting the money. And then we would say the Browns in the teaser, the Ravens in the teaser. Farm looked at he's not going to take it, but if he would, how the day's going, the Texans in the teaser, possibly, and Tennessee in the teaser. Those were all the teaser legs. So you can mix it up however you want, Sebastian. We are going to figure out how we'll play it. We'll all play it a little bit differently, and it's kind of how the day's going, right? If today's a good day going in, then we might open it up, do a couple 4 or 5 team teasers, or even straight or parlays versus yesterday. But for today, just know I'm gonna take a look at that over in the Illinois Indiana game. I already got my play in for the Bucks for the 3-team teaser, since that's the first play of the game at 1:00. I'm gonna take a look at that Blazers game because that's at 10. And then obviously the Sixers games later of the day. So those are the plays of the day. On one more play we got here from B Diddy before we shut it down. We got a 3-team teaser. We got the Bucks, the over in the Zona game, and the Zags. So B Diddy, you like the over in the Arizona and 49ers game? Is that what you're calling? Just want to make sure you said when you say Zona. We're talking about that. That's the only one. Yeah, that would be today. That's the only one that would make sense. Yeah. So he likes the over in the 49ers Arizona game. So over 38.5, which makes sense. You got to think the Niners put up at least 17 points. And that's where we were talking about that team total too, around 17. So that's B Diddy's plays for the day. So make sure you hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, man. For Renzo, S.Dot, B Diddy on the chat, man. Moss Money, man. Appreciate y'all. We out.
Peace out.
Peace.
All right. So I'm staying on just a little bit longer here. We got a kind of a big show coming up tomorrow. I'm going to be on live, and make sure y'all check out my social media stuff here. It's going to be me versus, shout out to the guy Tom Arnone. We're going to do a back and forth sports kind of questionnaire between me and Tom Arnone from A2D Radio. So make sure you follow me on all social media platforms, and we'll get all that information to y'all. Hope you all had a good Christmas, man. Happy holidays. Oh, wrong song. Straight cash, homie.